Hi there, history aficionados and music lovers. Ever pondered what it may have been like to lead the colorful, wild life of a rock star in the 1960s? The final surviving member of the iconic band The Mamas and the Papas, Michelle Phillips, is the subject of our exploration today. Prepare to be amazed by undiscovered stories and unusual photographs you've probably never seen before. You won't want to miss this unexpected turn in Michelle's life, so stay tuned until the very end. Let's get started. Imagine that the sound of folk rock is filling the air in 1965. The Mamas and the Papas are sweeping the globe with songs like Monday and California Dream. Michelle Phillips, a gorgeous 21-year-old with golden hair and a heartwarming voice, is at the center of it all. But before her fame, who was she? Michelle was born in Long Beach, California on June 4, 1944, and was raised in an open family. Her adventurous father, a former probation officer, took her to Mexico when she was a child, which shaped her fearless and audacious nature. She was already attracting attention as a model by the time she was in her teens, but she was drawn to music. Ever catch a glimpse of her early modeling photos? Some unique ones that reveal a hitherto undiscovered aspect of Michelle are on the horizon. Michelle's romantic life was as dramatic as a soap opera. Did you know that? She wed John Phillips, the creative force behind the Mamas and the Papas. In 1962, although they had a passionate romance, things weren't always easy. Michelle, who was only 18, was enchanted by John, who was already a rising star in the folk scene. A young couple full of dreams is depicted in rare wedding images, but conflicts were simmering beneath the smiles. Both the band's success and the mayhem happened quickly. By 1966, the tumultuous 1960s lifestyle, popularity, and jealousy were causing their marriage to fall apart. Want a behind-the-scenes look at them during those tumultuous years? We have some never-before-seen gems, so keep watching. Let's take a moment to discuss the band. The Mamas and Papas were a cultural phenomenon rather than merely a group. By combining harmonies that characterized an age, Michelle, John, Denny Doherty, and Cass Elliot worked together to create magic. However, traveling wasn't always peaceful and romantic. Michelle and Cass may be seen smiling together in rare behind-the-scenes pictures from their 1966 tour. But there were also heartbreaking moments. A single undiscovered tale. In 1966, Michelle was momentarily expelled from the band due to allegations that she had an affair with Denny. The drama was authentic. Fans urged her to return after she was replaced for a brief but intense moment. What would the band be like without her? A woman struggling to regain her place in the spotlight is depicted in those seldom images of her at that difficult time. Michelle's life was more than just music. She had some incredible roles in Hollywood. She continued to perform even after the band disbanded in 1968. In 1973, she performed in films like Dillinger and even made appearances on television. In Knots Landing, we discovered a rare picture of her on set, looking incredibly retro and cool in a 1970s outfit. However, she had unknown anecdotes about her acting career. She portrayed Anne, for instance, in the compelling homeless plot of Knots Landing, who fell from wealth to rags. According to Michelle, it was one of her most audacious jobs to date. Are you interested in learning more about her experiences in Hollywood? Follow us through to the very end. Let's go personal now. Michelle's romantic life continued to garner media attention. She had a brief affair with actor Dennis Hopper following the dissolution of her marriage to John in 1970. The absurd thing is that they were married for a mere 8 days. They appear content in a rare old photograph, but believe me, there's a crazy backstory. She later lived the Hollywood dream by dating celebrities like Warren Beatty and Jack Nicholson. Michelle was a mother in addition to being a romantic. Chynna Phillips, her daughter, rose to fame as a member of the pop trio Wilson Phillips. This charming, uncommon image of Michelle and Chynna from the 1980s will make you smile. Regarding her mother's strength, can you guess what Chynna said? To discover out, keep watching. Michelle was a trailblazer in addition to being an actor and singer. Michelle defied the stereotype that women in music should remain in the background during the 1960s. Her voice was the essence of the band's sound, and she co-wrote some of their greatest singles, including Creek Alley. She can be seen laughing and making music with the band in these rare studio images. However, there is also an untold tale here. Michelle once claimed that in a male-dominated field, she had to struggle to get her voice heard. Numerous female musicians were inspired by her fortitude. Would you like to view those studio photos? They will soon be here. Michelle's life took unforeseen turns as the years passed. She experienced personal losses following the band's dissolution, including as the untimely deaths of Denny Doherty in 2007 and Cass Elliot in 1974. She has continued the band's legacy. As the final surviving member, in a rare photograph from a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame event in 1998, she proudly pays tribute to her bandmates. There's more to her narrative, though. She has been observed in recent years looking as beautiful as ever, aged 80 in a few rare public appearances, such as the 2024 Grammy Gala. Her fashion sense still recognizable. We have pictures that show she's getting older, like a good wine. One undiscovered tale that will take you by surprise. Michelle disclosed in 2025 that she was working on a documentary about Amarula, a distinctive liqueur produced by women in isolated African communities. Why does this matter? It's about empowering communities and sharing their experiences, not just about the drink. She is seen in South Africa, surrounded by elephants and a thriving culture, in a unique staged photo. Michelle's passion for telling stories and changing the world is evident in her effort. Isn't it incredible that she continues to seek out new experiences? Let's take a moment to think before we wind up. In addition to being a music icon, Michelle Phillips is a pioneer, a mother, and a survivor. Her life is a roller coaster of unseen tales, ranging from the highs of chart-topping hits to the lows of personal problems. Her modeling days, band moments, Hollywood settings, and recent travels are depicted in these rare pictures we've published. Painting a portrait of a lady who never stops shining? What is the lesson then? Despite its misanthropes, life is wonderful. Michelle's struggle serves as a reminder to never give up. Watch through to the finish if you enjoyed these tales and images. We have one final, unique picture of Michelle that fully encapsulates who she is. For more in-depth explorations of music history, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Which of Michelle's stories surprised you the most? Or what is your favorite Mamas and Papas song? Let us know in the comments. We appreciate your participation and hope to see you in the upcoming video.